12-year-old Mira loved collecting dolls, the pretty kind with soft curls and big blue eyes. But the doll her uncle brought back from an old hill village was different. It was small, carved from wood, with shiny black beads for eyes, and a painted smile that stretched just a little too wide, a little too unnaturally. A small tag tied to its wrist simply read Kikuu. The moment Mira held it, she felt a strange jolt. The doll was warm, unnervingly so, almost like it had been alive just moments before. She placed it on her shelf, trying to ignore the uneasy feeling it gave her. That first night, Mira woke to a soft sound. Tap, tap, tap. She thought it was just the window rattling in the wind. But when she opened her eyes, she saw something that made her heart stop. Kikuu wasn't on the shelf anymore. It was sitting on her chest, its bead eyes staring directly into hers. She let out a piercing scream. Her parents rushed in, flipping on the lights, only to find the doll lying harmlessly on the floor. They laughed, ruffling her hair and telling her it was just a bad dream. But Mira knew. She knew what she had seen. Over the next few days, the house felt off. Kikuu started showing up in places Mira never left it. It would be on her pillow when she woke up, sitting at the dining table as if waiting for a meal. And one time, she even found it tucked inside her school bag. She tried to get rid of it, hiding it deep inside a dusty cupboard. But within hours, it would reappear on her bed, its painted smile seeming to mock her. One evening, as she was trying to focus on her homework, a faint whisper slithered through the quiet room. "Mira, play with me." Her pencil clattered to the floor. She spun around. Kikuu sat on her desk, its bead eyes gleaming in the dim lamplight. Mira didn't hesitate. She bolted from the room, her heart pounding against her ribs. The next time her uncle visited, she confronted him, her hands trembling as she held out the doll. "You kept this in your room?" he asked, his friendly expression instantly replaced with alarm. It moves," Mira whispered, her voice barely audible. "It talks." Her uncle's face went pale. He explained that the doll had once belonged to a little girl in the hills who had passed away suddenly. Her grieving parents believed her spirit had entered the doll, and they treated it just like their living child. But eventually, they tried to move on, and when they started ignoring the doll, strange things began to happen. "The villagers," said the doll, "demanded attention." Mira felt a cold dread creep up her spine. "And now?" she asked, her voice cracking. Her uncle just stared at her, his eyes filled with a fear she had never seen before. That night, sleep was impossible. Mira sat wide awake, wrapped in a thick blanket, her eyes glued to the doll on the far shelf. As the clock struck midnight, the room grew colder, and then the tapping started again. Tap, tap, tap. It was slow, deliberate. Kikuu was no longer on the shelf. It was standing in the middle of the room, its tiny wooden feet tapping lightly on the floorboards as it moved toward her. Mira scrambled backwards until her back hit the cold wall. "Kikuu, stay away from me," she whimpered. The doll tilted its head, its painted smile looking sinister in the shadows. Then, in the softest, most chilling voice, it said, "Don't leave me again." Before Mira could even draw breath to scream, the lights flickered once and plunged the room into complete darkness. She felt small, hard, wooden hands grip her ankles. Her scream was a raw, primal sound that shook the entire house. Her parents burst into the room moments later, fumbling for the light switch, but it wouldn't work. When they finally got a flashlight on, they found Mira huddled in a corner, trembling uncontrollably, her voice completely gone, and Kikuu the doll was sitting neatly on her bed, its painted smile wider and more triumphant than ever before. To this day, Mira refuses to sleep alone. She can speak again, but she's never been the same. And on some nights, when the house is completely silent, she swears she can still hear that familiar, terrifying whisper echoing from the dark hallway. Mira, play with me.